So there's this thing called figure flatterers. They're only $6.99, Rick. They come in half sizes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's also, it's telling me I really need to hit chemise to all of America and wear chemise. And sorry. Hi. Sorry, just got a little carried away with one of my fabulous finds. This is Florida Fashions, a catalog from, we're not sure when. The exact year we don't know. It's probably sometime in the 50s, but we're taking a guess at it. Thanks for joining us here at Two Dogs Digs on our second Brimfield Hall Pass. We actually had a really interesting day today. It was a lot of fun. We started out this morning earlier than we normally get up, completely earlier than we get up. Actually, Kevin's got Brimfield, Disney for thrifters. Even Disney people, it's still Disney for thrifters. We had a fun day, so we got up. We did a little bit of shopping first from 8 until 9, which is, again, earlier than we ever get up. We went to a place that opened at 9, which was called Heart of the Mart, and we shopped at Heart of the Mart. And it cost $10 per person to get into Heart of the Mart, and normally it only costs, it used to cost $5. But we walked it, we got halfway through it, and could not find a thing. Not one thing. Not a single living thing. Except, well, we did find one thing. We found Becky. Yay! We found Becky. And if you happen to be in the Facebook Kennel Club group, you will see Becky. I actually took a photo of Becky, a little film of Becky in her element at a big pile of jewelry. And she's got some fabulous finds that I'm going to pop up as well from her tonight. And then we also met up with Heather. Where's Heather? There's Heather and Bob. And actually, we just finished dinner with them. So they're back at their hotel room, too. Well, let me say a big hello to everybody who's joined us here. Hope you might have got a chance to see one or two of our little pop-in videos today. Hey, Julie, you came here early. Marianne is here. Tina watched our first haul. Can't see. Wait to see it. I'm live.
You're live.
I'm live.
Live.
I feel
From
dead.
Brimfield.
I honestly feel dead.
I'm going to go over there.
Nellie. Kevin. Holly, hey there. Hey, Sherry. And Mr. Greg, hello. 2 tired dogs. Very tired dogs. Yes, it's very tired. Patio cushions just shopping again. Yeah. Hey, Don. And Linda and Lisa. Thanks for popping in to join us in our second time around. Hey, Joel. Hey, Sherry. Heather's finished she and Bob are finished. So tomorrow they're on their way back to North Carolina. We still got another day in front of us. And you got a live YouTube cha-ching. I like that when that happens. Maybe it's a happy little blessing on you. So again, we didn't find very much. And I don't have a picture of it, Rick. I don't know if you took a picture of it or not, because I don't have a picture. So we going through this, we had not bought anything. And I was like getting madder and madder and madder, because it's like, mad as a hatter I am. The only thing that happened that was really good for the first 2.5 hours is I got so many compliments on my fabulous shirt. Look at my lovely shirt. And then there's the back. It's the same thing on the front as the back.
The back looks better because it's not separated by buttons.
It's not that. Yeah, but it's actually the pattern match is amazing for buttons. And I actually got stopped probably 20 or 30 times by people about my shirt. So it's I only bought this a couple of weeks ago, and everybody's love your shirt. So I got stopped an awful lot on it. So anyway, up until that time, hadn't found a thing. Becky's on. We're shopping with Becky. We spent about an hour and a half shopping with Becky, and we're looking. She's looking at jewelry. We're looking at nothing. She's looking at more jewelry, finding a piece or two here. We're looking at nothing. We go down this one aisle. Becky stopped. Huh?
I couldn't see from the pollen.
Oh yeah, and Rick could not see from the pollen. He took it. It was soap. The pollen was huge today. So Becky's down this one little aisle checking out some jewelry, and I go further down the aisle, and Rick's just pulling the wagon behind us. And then I come out of the little booth I walk into, and I see Rick tucking a big thing of paper into the wagon. And I'm like, What did he buy? How come he's not showing me? I'm going, what did he buy? And how come he now show me? Well, you know what he bought? And you can guess why he did not show it to me. Everybody give Rick a hand. That's what he bought. A giant gold hand. That's what he bought.
I did.
That's the first thing we bought today. You wonder why I was just a little bit depressed today? That's the hand of God.
It's the hand that feeds.
It's the hand that feeds
I
me.
need my phone back.
Oh, you need his phone back. Yes, we're in the fancy room. Actually, we're in a suite at Comfort Suites. It's actually a 2-part room. This part of the room has sofa, coffee table, everything like that, desk, working desk, and little kitchen area. And then just through the pillars is the double, like the 2 beds and everything like that. So he picked that up and he's like, I said, how much did you pay? He said, $30. I said, you know what? You didn't pay $30. You paid $50 because we haven't found a goddamn thing. And we spent $20 standing over here. So it took like all that time for us to find that one thing. Well, finally, and I'm going to see if hopefully if the picture showed up here. I tried loading these pictures to see if I could make it work better. And of course they didn't. Rick, darn damn thing, didn't load up half of the pictures that I put into Dropbox. They're not showing up here, of course, after I added them in the Dropbox. So I'm going to have to do them by my phone again. I hated using my phone yesterday. So this is what we have. We picked up. This is, I don't know if you can see this or not.
Here, give me your phone for a second.
This is a taper tree. Basically, the only other thing we bought, a 1950s aluminum Christmas tree. Yes, in a very, very, very smelly box, like a wet, smelly box. But the thing is, now they had $150 on the tree. And now he's taking my tree. They had $150 on the tree. I still had bought nothing. You don't understand. I had bought nothing. And so it's that's just, I hate to pay to spend, Greg, you're right. I don't know whether the hand will sell or not, but you love that. Goldfinger, yeah, giant. Actually, I could use it as a back scratcher. And no, it was not a clown. No clowns allowed. And Becky actually made the comment, yes, the hand is good for jewelry display. Large jewelry. Putting a watch on a finger. I have no idea what it is. But so we had this tree. I had not bought a thing. And because I hadn't bought a thing, we walked in, we saw this, and it was $150. And Rick went, that's a pretty good price. I've seen some of those trees sell for $500, $600, $700. I go, okay. We walk around a little bit more. I said, I have found absolutely nothing now. So you have a hand. I have nothing. So we went back for the tree. And the lucky thing was we decided to check it out. Now that every part of the tree had been wrapped by the owner in paper, the original paper. It said, this is for branch number, like level number 21C. This is for this. And then we lifted it up and the stand was there too, wooden, because that's how they used to make them. There's a wood stand and you stuck all these silver things in. Maybe if Rick stops fooling around. Give me a picture of an aluminum tree. Get to work.
Good luck.
Use your hand. And so there was no stand, no bottom part. So it's just the 2 posts and all the pieces. So I said, there's no stand. And the one says, you need a stand. I said, yes, I need a stand. Tell you what, you want to get rid of it for $50? I figured he'd spent $50 on the hand. So she said, yes. So we ended up buying it. Now, here's the other thing, though, I want to make sure you understand. It wasn't just about the hand. I actually looked up. Let's see if I can find this now. I have to go onto the other computer here for a second. And I actually looked up on eBay about aluminum Christmas trees. And you can see him walking around behind. I don't know what the heck he's doing. And frankly, neither do I. Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's like a broomstick with holes that are on an angle so that the things actually end up sticking out. What have you done? What have you done, sir? Can't even get onto eBay on here now. Overflow. I've got overflow, and I got a
refresh.
It won't move over there. I can't get the mouse to even move onto that.
Try using the other
that's
mouse.
right. Try. I have two mouses. Two mouses in my houses. So.
Go back to your power.
Would you just see? Again, he did it well. This I'm going to blame this. I don't know who to blame this on. Anyway, we looked. Hey, random. Thanks for popping in. Random is Key TV. Used to watch us on Pop Shop Live when we did a lot of Pop Shop Live, which we haven't done in like 5 months. We might come back. We're not sure. It's a lot of work for not a lot of money. Hey, Donna. So anyway, what I did was looked up the aluminum Christmas tree. Now I'm going to put that onto the side. He's being so helpful. He's standing here, and I'm like trying to type in 20 different places all at the same time. Aluminum. I might not even spell it right. Aluminum. There we go. Christmas tree branches. And we found that people had actually sold just the branches themselves. See if I can find what search. No, what are you doing?
This isn't going to work.
Okay, that's not working.
It's live technical support.
It's live support on the show. Yes, I don't know. I honestly have no idea what you're doing. So, can you find a picture of a tree and just hold it up behind me? Got your iPad out there? Well, here's a picture of a tree. I'm just going to show you this picture of a tree anyway. This is a picture of a tree, just in case you didn't know what a tree looked like. So now we have to switch to this one. Here we go. This is the kind of tree that we're talking about. One of these big, huge wooden branch trees. Come on, go big. Stainless steel, aluminum. I don't know if this is 4 foot. We got rid of the box, so I don't know how high this is supposed to be.
It's 6 feet.
So ours is 6 feet. There we go. That's what the tree looks like. Basically, a broomstick with a little metal post on the bottom, and that is all of the parts of the tree. So here's what I found interesting, though. That's actually got 7 days left on it, and it's already $138. But the thing I found interesting is that people were selling just the tree branch, like a tree branch. Let me see if I can find one of those things that was sold. And go into the solds. See, this is just it, Rick. It's really, again, we've never done this sort of the way we're doing it right now, which is trying to actually, I have 2 complete different computers, 2 different mouses in the houses, and Rick's just sitting there over the side looking and laughing at me.
I am not.
You can hear it in your voice. You're laughing, and he's laughing at me. So here's the solds. Aluminum Christmas tree branches, and there we go. Let me see if I can find one now that I looked them up. There we go. 1 branch sold for $16. 2 aluminum palm style Christmas tree branches for $16. And there's a whole batch that sold 90 branches, sleeves, no pole, $200. So I'm guessing that we probably did okay with that for $50. Good Dog needs to quit messing up with your computer because it froze the stream last time. I know he wants to be helpful. Plus, we're working with a hotel wireless. That's the other thing too. Actually, yeah, eBay, Etsy, a little bit on.
There, I found it.
Now you find a tree. Thanks for giving me a hand. Hey, Diana.
It was a big hand, too.
And Max Sold as well, which is a local auction house. That's what we're doing right now. We're going to try, we may try soon, like Instagram or something like that, or whatnot, or one of those other things. We actually bought a color wheel later on. We did. We found a color wheel, too. That was an amazing shape. And we picked that up today. So those 2 Christmas things are things that we actually ended up getting. Becky says she wished she still had her branches. She got them years ago and used them on a Christmas project. Oh, hey there. The color wheel, it worked. We tested it and everything like that. So, but that's kind of where we were with what it was. Let's see. But again, the rest of the afternoon went okay after that. Nothing else. We didn't find anything else in there. We went back we lay down in the car for 15 minutes, just because it was, what is it, 80? It was 80 degrees today. Thank God I found the best freaking sunscreen. 80 degrees. And look at, I'm white as a sheet. And Rick's arms are burnt from here to bright red. This should be the color of my head. And instead, that's where, look at. So today he had to wear long sleeves all day.
Don't touch.
Don't touch.
Painful.
Get your hands off my tits. Stop. Stop. Stop it. Oh, don't go back there unless you're planning on massaging my neck. So we end up with very little, have a nap, and then we decide, okay, we got to go back, got to go look in a couple other places. First place we go to is a place where we actually found a couple of those funky things yesterday. You remember I told you about the charm and things booklet, right? So I showed you the charms and things booklet. Well, one of the things that we did find, I don't know if you are a member of the Kennel Club. Again, I'm using the wrong mouse because I'm not used to two mices. With the charms and things that we bought for $50 or $15. Charms, chains, charms, things. There it is. There we go. When we look this up, and Sherry Williams actually asked the question too, because I showed a picture in the Kennel Club of the chains and charms and things. And I think I think it helps if I add in Imperial. I'm gonna make you Vanna behind me, Rick. You're gonna have to hold stuff up since I'm using both my brain cells for this right now.
Wake me up.
Wake you up to do it. So the chains and charms, the pink, and now it's freezing on me again. Anyway, it was one of them sold for $149 that had 44 charms in it, and the one that we picked up was over 80 some odd charms in it, and the 80 some odd charms, a couple of duplicates, almost all of them were in near perfect shape. And so I don't know, but the one that we found that we showed was sold for $149 with 41 charms. And I think we even found people selling one charm. Anyway, we went back to that guy. Enough of trying to work on the side here. We went back to that guy because we need to take a look at this sort of thing. And now it's showing up. Here's just so.
Other mouse.
Oh, jeez. Other mouse. He's just going to do that all day. Other mouse. Other mouse. So there is the vintage charms and chains. This is just some chain charms that sold for $99. Why is that not getting bigger like it's supposed to? Control plus. See, that's not even working for me anymore.
Oh,
there is the vintage charms and chains that sold for $149 with 43 pieces. So this is exactly what we ended up getting. It's just slow again. And we made good money. So we go back to this guy. And first we couldn't figure out where he was. And Rick says, I know that's his booth. I know that's his booth. I said, that's not his booth. I know that's his booth. So we get back to his booth. And you know what? He brought more interesting stuff. And what is some of the stuff he got? Now, a lot of the stuff he had was kind of in the pop culture kind of thing. But we did find a few interesting things that weren't necessarily pop culture. So I guess today somehow kind of turned into the happiest season of them all. We got this little guy, one of the vintage knee hugger elves. And he charged us $3 for the little knee hugger elf. We also, can you take things? Can you, Vanna, move your butt over here. You got to help me with this. He also actually had this, which some of you I'm sure are familiar with. I'm saying other people may. It's like, I love that. Linda's like, we really appreciate your fumbling efforts. I'm so glad I'm in this group. Such fun. This is the Crypt Keeper. And he actually is a talking Crypt Keeper. We can see because there's a battery thing in, and you can press a little his belly button. It is his belly button. But the problem is the battery's dead. But If you ever can find anything Crypt Keeper with this face, it can go for really good money. We have sold Crypt Keeper little plastic Crypt Keeper Halloween door things, and we bought them for, I think it was $3 a piece, and we were selling them for about $50 each. I wish I could find more of them, but this guy's going to have a little bit of a hairstyling done, but and we're going to hopefully have the next battery in them. Again, how much was he, Rick?
2.
Yep. So he's got these 2 things, and also, that's not got anything to do with Christmas, though. This was the Christmas thing I was waiting for Rick to hand me.
Oh.
Yeah, he left everything wrapped, too. So this was actually something else. So, if it...
Sorry.
No, he's standing there. He's still not helping me hold any of this stuff up. He's walking away. Don't do... Here's a box that I can't type, show things at the same time. Oh my goodness. So this is something that Rick found at his table. And what it is, I'm sure some of you may be familiar with them. They are little vintage 1940s and 1950s Christmas bulbs. I'm going to take one of them out of the bag so it can actually be seen a lot better. A little Christmas bulb of a guy playing tennis. This one is a Santa. Let's take them out of the bag so they can be seen better. Vanna is not working well tonight.
I'm still tired.
We haven't dropped any googly eyes yet because we're too busy with shopping and stuff. But these are all like literally glass, and we asked him about them. That one's really cute, little faces on them. You can show some more while I'm chatting. And he had 15 to 18 of these. And he said he was hoping to get about $10 a piece, which would be $180 for that box. He said, I think I've also got about another 10 that don't work, but these all work. And I said, oh, okay. How about 100? And he was like, now at this point, he already just sold me the Tales from the... Okay.
Sorry.
This is a good place to show. Okay, let's just make sure people understand. This is a good place to show things. This is a good place to show things. This is not the best place to show something. Like in this entire screen, you could pick anywhere you could go with this, and you go, here is...
My arm is...
Your arm is this long?
My arm is this long.
So, yeah, but you're going to hold it like that, and then the people are going to think Santa's talking to them all. Oh, there, look, and he smiles on one side. They're the same on both sides. Anyway, he'd already sold me the Tales from the Crypt thing and the other thing, and then I forgot. The other thing he'd sold me, which is a reason that I decided $100 was going to be pretty good. Well, what are those? Well, why not this? We're off those now, honey. We're off those. We're on to the Polly Pockets if you can't see. Polly Pocket. Polly Pocket.
You know that I'm task focused. I'm good with buttons and bags.
Polly Pocket. You know what? He sold us these Polly Pockets for $5 a house with the Polly Pockets inside. Not only did he sell us that for $5, he sold us. This was what, 3, 5, 5. This is, I just think. Okay, so this is clown. It is a clown, but it's not real. So this is a like hard paper
pressed
cardboard. We can't really tell what it says on the bottom of that, but that's the front. Look at the scary ass clown. Atlantic City, New Jersey, saltwater taffy, cut to fit the mouth. We don't quite understand that. I guess maybe he did like the shirt. Rick is such a troll, and I am here for it.
I'm not a troll. This is the way I am normally.
There, I'll put that's your face now. And so we looked at this, and it's like, it's a bank. And then we opened it up, and you know what? It used to hold saltwater taffy. Bowen, if you watch this, you cannot have that.
Then there's this.
And then Rick picked that up.
It's a little wind-up cat toy with wheels.
It's got wheels, and
And
then
it chases the butterfly.
chases a little butterfly.
Yes.
And this is all from this one guy. This was almost okay. Wait, this is not the only one. Care Bear,
Stare.
Baby Tugs, Care Bear, in the box, still attached to the box, from 1985, $20. Another Care Bear, another baby, no box, $10. Two smaller Care Bears with their tags, these still same hang tags from 1980, $5 and $5. $20 for 4 brand spanking new vintage old school Care Bears. So these are easily, this guy could, we haven't looked these up, but potentially these can go for anywhere from $50 to $150, depending on the characters themselves. Then, this is one of the things, I think Greg will appreciate this, I think for sure. And I think Kevin will appreciate this for sure. I see this sitting like this on a table. So first thing I do is say, okay, so that's Led Zeppelin. First thing I do is I go, oh, those are a couple of, it helps if you hold them the right direction. Led Zeppelin, like patches. They're vintage patches. And I say, oh, those are old. Yeah. The guy says his name is Al. Those are mine. I had those when I was a kid. That are like when I went to see them. That other stuff there is mine too. An original Led Zeppelin canvas. These were sold for you to sew on the back of your jean jackets. Haven't looked this up. And this Led Zeppelin, In Through the Outdoor,
Or neckerchief.
neckerchief, banner, whatever you want to call it. So all from the same.
A do-rag.
All from the same thing, because there's like death, and there is death on there as well. So all 4 of these. Well, how much do you want for all those? They were yours when you were a kid, and they're Led Zeppelin. $10. All 4. Not each. $10 for all 4. So at this point, yes, I am squealing like, okay, yay! Who gives a crap about Rick's hand? Yay! I'm actually finding stuff, and I'm finding all of that all with one person. And so when he came to had the bulbs, he actually, when I said $100, I was like, I'm going to give him $100 because he's just given me. Oh, I forgot one other thing. This. I don't know if any of you will recognize. Again, this is a vintage thing. And again, people say you can't find anything at Brimfield. You can't find deals at Brimfield. You can't find things to resell at Brimfield. So false. So false. Bob, Heather's other half, found an old optometrist, entire optometrist kind of kit today. A whole bunch of medical things for $60. The guy started at 150 or 100 and then said, didn't even let Bob negotiate. Then went to 60 or 80, then to 70. Bob says, all I got 60. And he took it. So you can find stuff to flip. Becky, as you've seen, found some jewelry, and I'm going to show you some of her finds today. This was on his table too. Rick was wondering why I wasn't leaving the table. This is why I wasn't leaving the table. This is filled. It's micro machines. Micro machines. Yes, that's exactly. One patch is probably going to go for 30. Yeah. I'm hoping, if I know from when I did Kiss stuff before, that back patch could probably go for 100 and something. Oh, well, I just want to get rid of these planes. $10. $10 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17 Micro Machine 1980s planes. Funny thing is, they're from Imperial, which is the same company that made the charms. Rick also picked this up. And it's a Sesame Street, really nice Sesame Street by Gorham, of all places. Muppets, 1976. And so he's sitting there with his legs crossed, watching me trying to hold China that he bought and show it to you.
Let me help
with one
you.
hand. Oh, here, let me help you.
Yes. See the pretty plate?
So, yeah, as long as I don't break them, I don't care. But yeah, so he paid $10 for all this. Diana's swearing.
He was asking 15, and I said I was thinking more like 10.
So
he said, "Sure."
Everything we paid for from him, we probably spent total of almost $200. And it was a bunch of amazing stuff. And he told us to come back tomorrow because he's going to bring some more stuff. And he knows he couldn't find the non-working Christmas bulbs, but he's got them in one of his boxes. So he'll find it. And then he goes and looks and says, "You guys look like you like weird stuff. I have a big purple lamp. Would you be interested in a purple lamp?" And I went, "You just looked at us and thought purple lamp. So you know what? Probably we're probably going to be interested in the purple lamp." So we'll see what he's getting. We'll be seeing him first thing in the morning, probably around 7:45 or so, just to see what he's got for us as well. So that was part of maybe happy. The second thing is finding some other things. Again, a lot of it was toy side of things. Seller Al is awesome. Yes, very awesome. And we were using our codes like so. Ooh. Max really likes this. Adrian really likes airplanes. Like, let's see, we used Becky, we used Gail, we used Adrian, we used Max. No, we never use my dead mother because I'm always afraid that I'll say at some point I've already said she's dead, and then he'll say, "Oh, it's for his mother, his dead mother." Well, you never know. But then I found these guys, and I don't know if any of you will recognize these. Slightly, these were like. These kind of match the Village People. This is Big Jim, and it was a competitor from Mattel, and he karate chopped. And this is his boyfriend with a beard. This is, I think, is Josh, and I can't remember which one. This one has been road hard and like this is like from a scene from Deliverance. He's had his knee burnt off, and his pants like literally. But he's not flashing because they all had underwear, so he's not flashing. Speaking of flashing, Rick, of course, we're out in the field, and I'll show you a couple of photos right now. Again, why is this not working? Because I'm on the wrong mouse again, and Rick is just staring at me, giggling. That did not look like a karate chop. It was, Becky. Really was a karate chop. So here is a couple of the shots that we had. I'm just going to see how I can do this for you. So. Here we go. This was one of the booths that we went to, and Rick really wanted this. It is we think it's homemade. It's a Halloween candy holder. So it's very light. It's like a felt, and the head has a hole in it, much like his, for you to sit a bucket in. And it's so cute. And how much did they want? They only wanted like $30 for it. So that may be something that gets put back on into our other side. This was a table that we went by, and yep, it is an entire table of Fire King mugs, and the mugs were $5 each. Or 2 for $8. So this entire table, what we ended up picking up was only these that were on the side here. Some of the others you can see if I go to the close-up were in a little rougher shape. Some of them were a little too plain for us. We probably could have picked up more. It was a woman actually downsizing her own Fire King section. The funny thing is, while we're shopping here, literally you can see over in the corner here, the other part of the corner, that's jewelry. Becky was there. So we're both at the same table shopping. So we picked up 2, 4. We have never seen these before. They're barrels. They're like a barrel Fire King. I'll take a picture of Al for you tomorrow, Linda. I got pictures of Al. He was sitting there actually with his daughter and I guess his daughter's boyfriend.
We had them laughing.
We had them all laughing. Well, you watch the rest tomorrow, and watch our lives too. So we picked them up. We've never seen that kind of thing, and that's a set of 4 in the back. So that was a nice little add to it. Then Rick saw this photo and grabbed me. This painting, this extremely large painting. This isn't a picture of Al, but this is one hell of a picture. What is this? Oh my God. What is this? Where his hand is here. His other hand is up here. What is this? What? Why? What is that? I don't know what that is. And she doesn't really seem to care. he does, but she ain't cared. It's I know, but it's a horn from where? I don't remember horns being down there. Like, I know it's a horn. It just doesn't look like a horn. So we told the ladies who were having this booth, it's like that we were laughing and taking pictures, and they couldn't figure out why we were laughing. I said, it's because you have a pornographic photo there. It's just, and they went, oh my God. I haven't seen any that come out of that part of the... It's a horn or something, and it's not in the right spots for anything else. Otherwise, it would be on his hip. It's in his belt. It's not a horn. Let me just, and again, you can find everything here. Ronald McDonald Play Place, blow molds. Take a look at this little video. This is a guy who somehow got an entire selection of George Briard metal tiles. Brand spanking new. Doesn't want to move for me. Brand spanking new.
We'll post the video.
We'll post the video otherwise because it's not moving along the way it's supposed to. It's supposed to be moving, and I downloaded it so it would move, and now it's not moving. But brand spanking new George Briard tiles. Okay, enough of focusing on the belt thing. It's enough. It's outside of his legs, so yes, this. Heather saw these there. Vintage 1960 enamel George Briard tiles, $6 each. I don't know if this other video will work either than that I tried loading up. This was one that I did actually load into the Kennel Club, or I might have put it on my own YouTube channel. It is a, see if I can get this one working. This is wild. This is John Waters from all of the Crybaby and all the Divine movies and Divine. So this is actually the marquee for John Waters' Little Theater, Upper Decker, and it was Divine actually performing. And so the idea of finding something like this, again, it's just something that there's so many things here, so much different stuff. It's absolutely ridiculous what you can find here. Let me just pop up here again. Now I'm going to go and show you some of Becky's finds, if I can actually get them to open for me. There we go. Let's see if we can get these to work better for me. Where we go. There we go. So here's some of Becky's finds. Hey, Nicholas. Nicholas was here on Tuesday, had a great time, but a drunk dealer kicked your friend out of his booth because he tried. A drunk dealer kicked your sober friend out of booth because he tried to bargain with him. Yeah, Tuesday is the first day, so if he was already drinking, I guess he thought it was not going to be a good day. Come back. Tomorrow is Thursday is Maze, which is opening. Friday is J&J's Brimfield North opens, and it's on the whole weekend as well. I didn't buy any of the signs, no. We thought about it, but we decided no. It's as a resale item, we didn't really want to do that. So, but let me show you what Becky picked up. This is some of the stuff Becky picked up. A George Jensen, not Jetson, Jensen, 1940s. See if I can get 1940s. I can't, it doesn't get bigger on this one. La Paglia LP Circle Leaf Sterling Bracelet, 122 pin brooch. And then I'm going to read sideways. Fred, $12 because it was 1.20 grams. And it's going to list for her for $179. There's one brooch. It's going to list $179. Take a look at this. Various 14 and 18 karat pendants and necklaces she bought at Brimfield for $5 and is expected to make up to $400. Winner chicken dinner. Because I don't think that hand can sell for $400. And even my charms, my charm book may get $400, but I paid $15, so she still got me beat. She paid $1.20 a gram. So some people actually sell something based on the grams. So in this case, it was a 14 grams, so she paid $5 for that. And that was her last buy of the day. So this is after shopping the whole day. And we got another one in here too. I got to read this sideways, sorry, because I can't flip it. Vintage 1987 Margaret Ellis Abstract Sterling Silver Dangle Earrings. $1. And Becky's looking at listing them for $229. So we have just seen Becky, 1, 6, a 12. So that is spending an entire $18 and listing them for $180, $580, $800 for $18. That is one hell of a return. And why we are now in the jewelry business. No, we're not in the jewelry business. We're going to leave that to Becky.
Let me get my loop.
Let me get my loop. No, I wouldn't be able to know anything about it. So that's some of the amazing stuff we found. But again, we went to this one booth. We picked up some other stuff. My phone is not allowing me to show you some of the stuff that I want to show you. Even though Rick said that he had hooked it up, it didn't sound like it hooked it up properly. Let's see if I can find a picture or two. I'm going to show them to you right here instead of showing them the other way. Doodle-doo. So one of the booths I went to where we actually bought the color wheel. This is where I actually found these. Can you hold this for me, Rick? Can you stand over here? Or you can hold these. So this is actually the table. I'm using this to type, right? So that is these booklets. And I mean, you saw me at the beginning holding up one of these. Okay, you can put the phone down.
Florida Fashions.
You can hold this. You can show any of these if you want.
Oh, sure. Make me.
I'm trying to look the things up over here.
Make me work.
I'm trying to. It doesn't seem to have helped us so far. So I actually decided again. I got to try. I stepped out of the booth. I asked the lady about these. There was a stack that you saw that stack that's in the picture there, and I looked up. This is so slow. Like
I can't control the speed of the internet.
I know, but I can't even. Like I'm still trying to get to back up a page on its own. I've never heard of this place, like Florida Fashions. It's a catalog, and actually Heather, who's from Florida, didn't know this, but Florida fashions, and this is what I love. It's like, look at the pictures inside, Nana. Look at the pictures inside.
Oh dear Lord.
Oh dear Lord. Oh dear Lord.
They're the fashions that Craig would wear if he were a teenage girl in the 60s.
And they made them extra large. I'm just waiting something to connect, believe me. So entertain them, Vanna. What is this? What is going on here? Again, I looked these up. So I asked her how much she wanted for these. She wanted $5 catalog. I actually found this doesn't make any sense. I actually found them listed, and one of them had a bid of one on its own, sold for $41. Another sold for $27. Another one had like 6 or 7 of them and sold for $100 and some odd dollars. So we went back and literally decided that they were 1950s, 1960s, and we the challenge with a lot of catalogs though, this actually is nice. Brings you spring and summer glamour for 1960. Other ones don't have a date, and trying to figure out the actual date or the year is really, really difficult. I love this cover. Just look at that, and look at these outfits. Just want to greet Santa wearing this for $2.97. So one of the ways that the ermine look, when you look at these things, is you're trying to. The way I normally try and catalog these or get a date from them is by trying to go to the order page, because the order page should tell you like the prices in this catalog are only valid from here to here. No, can't find any of it.
Playwear with that Florida flair.
And the catalogs are in really, I mean, they're in amazing shape. They're a little musty, but yeah, Heather, Julie's in San Diego, so just a little bit far from Brimfield, but she is only an hour and a half or so from the Rose Bowl flea that happens every single month, which is an amazing thing. About a quarter the size of Brimfield that happens monthly. If we were in LA, we would be at the Rose Bowl every single month. So we asked her about the 18 catalogs, $90. She gave it to us for 70. So I'm happy because I could possibly sell a couple of those, flip them. So at $70 for 18 of them, that's just a little over $350. So it's almost paying Becky money to try and flip for something, but we're not getting Becky's flips for it. So we did find a few other things as well. I know. I'm trying to remember what the other things we found are, because the pictures aren't showing up in here. Let's see if I can figure out what they were. We also found some amazing things. Like, take a look at this. This is, for those of you who happen to be a fan of kids' toys, this is an original. Now, so yesterday I showed you the little miniature things. This is a full-size original Stretch Armstrong model mold. It's on only about 10 in existence. It was $750. The amazing vintage furniture that was there, the MCM furniture, is just beyond belief. This was really cute. See if I can get this to work. This is actually for black and white Scotch. It is a little promo box that are these 2 little dogs. Now, he had to turn the sound off because he said the dogs are driving him absolutely crazy. This was really cute. We thought about it. He did want $275, so we didn't get this. Look at these. If you were a tile person, I don't even know what kind of tiles these are. Ceramic tiles. This guy had ceramic tiles coming out the wazoo. I don't know if there are any great names or anything along those lines. They just look at these things. I didn't even look at prices on anything on these because I don't know anything about tiles, but I thought somebody might find this as a really interesting thing to see. Let's see, what else did we find in here? Here's me with our cart finally nearly full, and Craig getting somewhat happy with the cart being finally full. Interesting marketing. Somebody trying to just sell general old photographs? Pick your own dead relatives. Cute way to actually market just those. And Pyrex. And Pyrex. And Pyrex. And mid-century modern. So we're going to put together a couple of posts for and clothes. If you're a fan of vintage clothing, there are just piles of vintage clothing that people are digging through. So it was a lot of fun. And then actually, I did get a question that was asked by Don about postcards, and we'd never seen postcards. Well, you know what? There's an entire booth. Yeah, there's an entire booth of old postcards, but there was actually more than one booth. That doesn't do really well doing that either. So we forgot to go back for the bowls. Sherry asked, did we go back for the bowls? We forgot completely.
They probably wouldn't be there anymore.
But we forgot. I don't even remember where they were now. This place is so big, you can actually forget where things are. That's for sure. So today, let's see, what do we figure? Yes, you may ask how much we spent. Today, we think we spent about, so it was 200 at Al. Yeah. 50 for your hand.
Well,
50 for your hand. 50 for the other thing that I bought, the tree. So that's
40 for the color wheel.
40 for the color wheel.
100
The
75.
So probably about $550, $600 today. So it's again, it was, so we're close to 1,200 something, 1,200, 1,300. Again, we've got one more day left too, and Al is going to have some more stuff for us. I don't know whether we're going to be able to do a video tomorrow night or not. We might, but we're driving. So tomorrow night we actually are. So tomorrow we get up bright and early. We're out of the hotel at like 7. We're into Brimfield for 7:30, and then we are going to pick up something that we actually won in a Max Sold auction, because Max Sold is here, and they actually had an auction on site, and Rick actually bid on 2 gigantic freaking lamps, giant lamps, and he can look them up if he wants. So we're going to pick them up tomorrow. We only paid like $16 for them or something like that. And they're very nice, and that we'll flip them really well. Heather says she needs to remember. It can be overwhelming. Yeah, it is, but it's still tons of fun. And we're going to be coming back for sure. We're not going to do July, but we'll probably be back for September as well. And I highly recommend anybody who's within, and I literally mean like a 10, 12-hour radius of this, to book a hotel, drive, stay here for 4 nights. Think of your hotel room as being something that is, you're not going to hold it in front of my face.
No.
These are the lamps that we picked up, we're picking up tomorrow. They are about 3.5 feet tall. And you can't tell from the picture on them, but the shades are really nice. The shades are really big. Shades take up a lot of space with no voids inside them. So that's going to drive me crazy because they're going to take up space. And then Friday we have Rochester garage sales and estate sales. Saturday, Rochester garage sales and estate sales, and at least 2 antique balls. And then Sunday morning, we get up to a giant flea market that's just south of Rochester in Avon. Then we're driving to Buffalo, to Clarence, and see if we can go to that lady that we picked up the bunch of stuff before that we showed you that was clearing out stuff. So we still have, luckily, except for the lampshades and the hand, we probably actually have about 40% of our car filled right now. I don't know if I took a picture of our car the way it's sitting right now.
No, you didn't.
Didn't I? No?
No, we repacked.
No, all I did was take a picture of us in the process of repacking. So we've still got about 60%. Yes, I should. I will put them on his lap for the drive back. Actually, you know what? In all honesty, I will throw out the lampshades if I need space. Right? We will. We'll toss the lampshades out. We'll donate them at the Savers and get a 20% coupon. The lamps themselves are something that we're going to sell on Max Sold ourselves. We'll put those back on Max Sold. So Becky is saying good night. 5 a.m. comes early. Tomorrow, it's a big day. See you at Mays. Heather's on her way, actually, with Bob. They're on their way back to North Carolina, so you won't see them.
Actually, Heather wanted to know the name of Al's, or where Al's booth was.
I don't know.
Stop by in the morning.
I don't know. I don't know Al's booth. Remember, we told it's not in a regular field.
No.
I don't remember. How much of the budget remains? As much as I need. Yeah, basically. Our budget usually is around $2,000. So that's just one of the ways that we actually get stuff. Just gonna see what else. Keep talking. Second cha-ching, Tatina. Yay! 2 cha-chings. But I'm not going to keep talking because we have to actually get ourselves ready, pack everything up because we are checking out at 7 and out of the hotel. And then tomorrow we drive Brimfield first for 4 or 5 hours, and then we get in the car and drive 5 hours to Rochester. Becky still has tons of money. And you got to spend money to make money. But again, we look at this as a vacation too. It is so enjoyable. If you're a picker, if you're a shopper, if you're an antiquer, if you like looking at interesting stuff, like if you're a fan of mid-century modern, this place is literally like a museum. You don't have to buy anything. You can just be fascinated by the stuff. If you are looking for the weirdest things around, you see some really weird shit here that people are selling and people are buying. The thing that I get the biggest kick out of most of all, and I haven't taken a lot of pictures of these, is these tiny little people buying gigantic things and carrying them down the street. And you know that they, like, we saw a lady today, and she was probably like 5'1", tiny little thing. She had a big bag around her shoulder, and she had decided that it was smart of her. She was still in the middle of shopping in a field, decided that it was really good idea to buy a giant wire basket that was almost as big as her. So she was trying to carry the wire basket with this hand, with the bag around this hand, while she's still trying to look at other booths. It's like, take it back to your car. We actually, that's just right. We go back to the car, empty the thing, come back. So again, your hotel, we're not thinking about this. So if you go to Disney, we don't think about the hotel at Disney as being part of the cost of our trip. I mean, we do, but we don't think of it towards profit or anything like that. Here, it's the same thing. The hotel is just the hotel cost. So it's all about what we spend and trying to flip that. We're not going to try and factor in the hotel. It's a vacation for us. And it's been a well-loved vacation so far, except for the fact that we're both absolutely exhausted because we're up way earlier than we should be. And we'll be way up early for the next few days as well. So he's just looking at me right now. He's like,
I'm struggling to keep my eyes.
He's struggling to keep his eyes open. He's just like drooping and drooping and drooping. So thanks for popping and watching us again. Watching us again. That's your fingers. That was not the burnt part of your hands.
Actually, I'm burnt there.
Oh, you're burnt there too.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna
go
go.
Long sleeve shirt down to the end.
We're gonna dip him in aloe tonight. I'm gonna have a shower, and
I need one.
Karma. He tripped and hurt his foot because he just told me I needed a shower. Anyway, off to bed. Nighty night, everyone. Thanks so much. If we do decide to do another show, we'll pop on and let you know. We'll be here on our YouTube channel, and make sure you watch us at the Kennel Club. We'll post in there. We'll try to post some more lives tomorrow, especially during the opening of Mays, which is a really amazing place. So that's just it. That's what tomorrow's going to be. 9 o'clock, Mays opens. Everybody goes in at the exact same time. No early shopping, so that'll be a lot of fun. And hopefully we'll find some more stuff that will fascinate you, make us laugh, and hopefully make us some money. Woof. I'm Bad Dog.
I'm Good Dog.
We're out of here in Brimfield. Talk to y'all soon. Woof.